Hello, Master Manifestors. Welcome back to MethodMuse, where we talk about science-based manifestation methods and concepts. Today, we're talking about ego elevation. What is your ego for? Why should you not be trying to kill it? This is kind of important because your ego is extremely useful. It is a tool. It is part of your system, and it's there for a reason. So your brain creates the identity ecosystem as a predictive mechanism to decide what your behavior will be based on your role in the context of your story in society. So the problem comes in when you start thinking that that system is so important that it's absolutely cannot be changed. You get stuck in a story because your brain is only going to only allow you to notice in your environment the things that are coherent, that match your story, that go along with it, that reinforce it. If anything goes against your current automated story in your brain about who you are, your brain's just going to ignore it or try to rewrite it to make it support it. It'll be like, oh, yeah, it's because of this. And, don't worry, you have to change anything. But your ego is not a static creature. Okay. I like to think of mine kind of like a pet or a tool or part of my system. It is my character. It is important because my character is important to me. I don't want to live in observation mode 24/7. Most people don't. So in order to live normally, I need to have my character available. I need to be able to live in my character and then check in with my observer to make sure my character is going as I like. So what is my character? What is my ego? What is it exactly? It is a survival-based mechanism. It's a tool meant to protect us, to guide our decisions, but it's also highly automated. So depending on what you put into it, repetition is what you get out. Whatever you repeat over and over again, the thoughts, the feelings, the stories, whatever you keep telling yourself, whatever you accept from your brain, because technically you're not really telling yourself. Your brain's giving you information based on your values, beliefs, what's important and salient to your ego structure and your identity. Now, one way to work with programming your ego is in therapy, they call it parts work. Now, I use a more advanced form of parts work that I call sovereign systems. It includes incorporating the body and the nervous system as an identity. And I have basically created an internal kingdom of a system for myself that is a self-reinforcing support system. So I have different roles within myself that support other roles within myself. So that when I become the observer, I'm not struggling to stay in it. It's easy to be in it. It's easy to move through it. It's easy to move back into my character. It's comfortable there. It's comfortable, when I'm paying attention. So really the internal family systems is where you kind of recognize the different roles that you have to play in your life. And roles are not masking. They are, real parts of your predictive system and your identity. You're not pretending these roles in order to, gain status or, to bolster your ego and make it more solid. You're not doing that. What you're doing with roles is you're identifying constructs in your life that you don't have to rebuild with your mind every single time. So they come in like packets of understanding. I am mother, I am father, I am sister, I am brother, I am worker, I am teacher, I am, whatever that role is. It's not that it's not true, it's that you have to adapt to that role. You're not automatically going to do that. Your ego's basically going to be like, okay, let's eat and sleep and survive. That's like the number one goal of the ego. Eat, sleep, find something fun to do and survive. And fun really is what gets you in flow, gets you excited, gets you happy. But you could also target timeline-based versions of your ego, like yourself as a child, your future self, your current self. There are different time-based versions of you. This is me in the history of my memories. So you can even try interacting with those internally and support those older timelines and ask for support from the future timelines that you intend to manifest. This is totally a total thing. You can totally do this as long as you're willing to help yourself in every time. You don't want to make up stuff in your head about, oh, my future self hates me. No, they don't. They're proud of you and they want to support you in becoming the future self because otherwise they might not. Huh? So, of course, it's in their best interest to help you. So be careful what stories you allow your brain to tell you. It can be a little bit of a naysayer sometimes, and that's because it's trying to protect you. And you just need to remember that that's what your ego is there to do. It's not naysaying just to make you feel bad. It's not criticizing to make you feel bad. It thinks that it's protecting you and saving you from some sort of trouble. And you just have to convince it that it's safe. That is the easiest way to adjust your ego program, is convincing it is safe to do so on a deep level. You want to feel safe as much as you can, as calm as much as you can in that change. And this is where the activating the archetypes comes from, because we all have archetypes. Now, Carl Jung liked to say, like, warrior, uh, sovereign, whatever it was that those roles were in. Yeah, they're good. But you can also expand out and create your own. And I highly recommend that you do that based on your own symbols, your own symbolism, right? Just be careful when you're doing this that you understand that it is always a role. Your ego is not like real in the sense that you're actually going to die if you change something about it, or if you let go of something about it. It will feel like it because your nervous system is freaking out. But if you do it slowly, you make the increments over time. This is why they say, long-term repetition is what wins. Wherever you're constantly putting your attention, that's what the story is going to keep feeding back to you. And it's going to feed you more stories about that. So always keep in mind of your ego as either your pampered pet, your friend, your tool, something that is helping you move through this life and understand your story within it. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and sign up for the MethodMuse newsletter in the description below.